2, 1. Okay, I'm live on the air. Go ahead and invite more because I can. Extended circles are invited. Oh, unable to invite public or extended circles. That sounds about right. I can't invite anyone except I know. That's stupid. That's really stupid. You know that's really stupid, right? I can't invite anyone outside my circles. Customers. I have no idea who my customers are. Who are these people? VIPs? I probably know them. What else? Team members? Yeah, I probably know them. All members? Okay, we can invite them. $120 followers. Yeah, we'll invite them. I'll be allowed to come in here. I do still got a control, which I will open up. Control room. Everybody dished out except for Paul. Hey, Paul. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. I'm all right. I'm still at work. About if I give you a holler back in an hour or so.
Okay. No problem.
All right, man.
Okay. There we go. I had all these people invited. They all were on there, and they all just went blip, 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 and they all went off the air. Except for Paul, my friend. And I don't know why the others just popped off there. They just went plop, 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 plop. And it was gone. I mean, I thought I wish I could bring others from within. And, well, I can't. And Dangle and all the rest of them left the group. It took me a while to get on here. Like otherwise, I had to fight. And well, I won the fight, and I'm on here, but I don't have any of my followers or anyone else on here. And I mean, I'm going to try to put them back on here again. And it's going to take a couple of minutes. I can't put public on here. They automatically tell me, you're not allowed to have public on here. Oh my God, they may learn something. Well, that's what happens when you're public. They may learn something. I mean, I got public on here, but if I put it on here, it's red. Sharing this video call with the public will allow anyone on Google Plus to join in on the conversation. We can't have that. It's not right. Really? What if I want the public on here?
You're live.
Hey, TJ. How you doing, TJ?
Hey, Bob. What's up?
Oh, I'm sitting here arguing with a Google Plus about public. Why can't I put public on here? They give me a red alert, red alert, red alert. Doot, doot, doot. I'm like, really? Visible to anyone. And I go to invite them, and it says unable to invite the public or extended circles. Really? Even if I want them on here, you won't let me have them. Okay, that's you, not me. I mean, that is how sick this is. That's a sexism, isn't it? They won't allow me to have anyone I want on here. Just let them come in, and I can boot them off if I want to. I mean, really? It's like, really? You're not going to let me have the public on here? Oh my God, I must be talking something true. I mean, really, I must be talking the truth. Am I talking the truth or something, or what? They won't let me have extended circles or public on here.
Why
They
don't
won't
you
even let-
Why don't you boot out? Go out, create another event, question and answer, whatever the options, get it on there, delete this one, start over again, and try it again and see how it works. Did you do
That's
that?
true. Well, yeah, I could do that, but it's like I have over 122, 27, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33. I have 133 people on here right now I can bring in under this request. And that kind of upsets me too. I can have that many people. I mean, 133 people on, I can call on here and we can talk. Everyone can talk. Only 10 at a time, but we can talk. I mean, oh, that's interesting. And I don't know. I'm gonna put hello up there. Oh, I can't do that way. My keyboard died on me.
How about doing a few, how
I
about
have
doing
to
a few
use. Yeah.
how about doing a few screen shares?
Okay. Screen shares. Let me get back to where you're at. Here I am here. Google. Crap. Okay, I'm back here. Okay. 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 I've got that page that was up there. Okay. I got 0 viewers except for you, and you're not even showing up as a viewer. So I have no idea what they're up to. I mean, I thought if anyone was on here, it would show you as a viewer at least. I mean, you're viewing me, right?
No, I'm not. I was viewing you on YouTube. And let's see. No, I'm on there. I'm on there. Wait a minute. I'm on there, but I'm not showing. Let me see.
You can't
Okay,
get
you
your
got
icon.
one.
You can't get your true icon on there, right?
You got a 1+ now. You got a 1 up, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Where's my thumbs up at? Oh my God.
It'll turn to 1. It's the 3rd line down from Spellbinder.
On which page?
On YouTube.
I'm on YouTube. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to. Okay, that's not doing it. Okay, what's YouTube? I got start a video on Google Plus. I don't have YouTube on here. This is strange. And Paul's going to be back, and Paul's cool. He's going to be back. He had to go do something for 30 minutes, and he'll be back. Oh my golly. I'm on YouTube. Not YouTube, but Google Plus. And I'm not on, I don't even have a page open, I think, for, oh, shoot. I don't even have a page open for, this is scary.
Not really, because you're being recorded right now.
Well, I
And
know.
you're
on
being
my
monitored
Google
and
Plus.
surveilled right now because you have a public worldwide web broadcast. So, in your
Yes, I
particular
do.
case, it's going to be screened thoroughly before it goes over the other network.
Over
Okay?
to YouTube.
This happened
Okay.
to me one time. This happened to me, and I go, why isn't it showing up? And I'm thinking, well, it's processing it. I guess that's a good enough reason. So I know what you're going through.
I'm okay. Open up my YouTube page off of a third page. I have 3 pages open right now. One's the one that started me into this. One's the one I'm broadcasting on, and then I'm back to my original YouTube. And I got a message. It says, "I am here." 2 people are here, supposedly, in Indaka Tarasha, and 2
How
others
about
responded, "I am here." Okay, I got them responding to me. Let me just click on it and see what they say, if anything. Are you going to watch? Apparently, they got me live, and they were opening me up to other people. Okay, that's cool. They're doing it on their own. I don't have to do it, but I don't know who they are. I mean, it's one of those. My channel. Let me go to my channel and make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm on the air. And I'm live right now, but I got my my spellbinder face on there. I don't have my, even though I have that open, I'm not showing my wolf. That's a weird thing. That's the only thing I'm trying to. One is watching right now. I guess that's you. I mean, one is watching.
I just found out that you're a kind of a magician. Right now, you have 3 video hangouts. You have a join a video hangout with Spellbinder, the top white, then another one with the same thing, the top white icon on the shroud, and the third one the same thing. And each one, and I've been checking this because I was thinking, well, I'm lonely, maybe there's somebody having a hangout. But this is the first time in a long time, I swear, that you've got 3 buttons and all. I could go join. If I join, my machine's going to overload. That's what'll happen. Okay. How you did this, I don't know.
I've come across to do this as backups because Google has a tendency, when I put a video up or certain media on there, they have a tendency to shut you off and say, well, we have a conference here, a confrontation, as they would say, a confrontation that you are in confrontation with this other company who claims the video that you're showing. And I'm like, really? I mean, the only thing I ever did like that was, what was it? Worlds in Collision. That was the one I had the biggest argument with them, was World in Collision. always shown with excerpts out of the film that were kind of like the pointy things about, Planet X and everything. And they came across to me and they told me, well, this group here and this, whatever they weren't actually the film company, is saying that you have copyrighted them and, you have copyrights over them and we're showing it. Well, I came back to them. You know what I told them? I told them, you know what I'm doing? I'm advertising the movie. I'm not really showing the entire film. I'm showing excerpts out of this film to prove a point about Planet X and everything, what could happen. And I'm actually, I'm promotion. I'm a promotioner. I'm promoting that movie should be watched by everyone. Now, is that really out of copyright? I mean, really, I had this argument, and I was off the air for 6 months because I only had 15 minutes. They took my total time away, which is up to 2, 3, 4 hours, like we are in here right now, and they took it away because all I did is show excerpts from the movie. It wasn't like, being a spoiler or anything. It was showing all the disaster scenes that happened in between. And I'm saying this is what could happen if there's a planet that gets close to our solar system, that gets close to our planet, what it could do. That was it. That was all I actually said. And I said, I'm promoting this movie. I actually came out and told them that. I'm promoting the movie. I'm not, what do you think I'm doing? I'm not trying to sell it or anything. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm promoting the movie like a radio station does a song. I mean, I'm promoting it. It's like, that's what I told them. And 6 months later, when they run over their bots, the bots, you know what the bots are, right? Google has,
Sure do.
they have bots. They have these robots or scanners that go out over the internet. It's nobody human attached to it. It's robots. It's software, and it goes out and says, this seems to be something sensitive to somebody's ownership, and they cut you off. Well, 6 months later, after I made I actually went on there and said that, that was like a commercial for this movie. They finally released me and gave me back everything I ever had. I'm still now able to make up the 8-hour videos on YouTube, and you can do it all. I mean, but I had to fight it. I had to actually go in there and fight with them over an issue that I wasn't showing the entire movie. I was showing excerpts of it, parts of it, not the entire movie, just using parts of it. And I even gave credit to the movie in my subscript underneath the video. I mean, really? We're going to play this? We're going to play this game? Really? I mean, I'm like, we should have never got into this argument to begin with. This was just an excerpt. It wasn't like I was playing the movie over the internet. And I'm still flabbergasted from that. It's like, really? And I've been real careful playing with YouTube and playing with Google Plus not to infringe on somebody's rights or something. And it's you know what I mean? You probably been near that too, haven't you?
No, but you've been through this enough times over the last couple of years that you ought to be used to it by now.
Oh yeah, I'm used to it now, but at that time I was flabbergasted. I was like, really? You're gonna attack me for showing pieces of a movie and using it in my video without profit to show a point about the incoming times, and you're going to play this game with me? Apparently something really terrible is going to happen here shortly. That's the only
What?
thing I can come up with.
Excuse me, but as your legal counsel, I must inform you right now that I think you may have been neglecting one certain thing. If you could insert a disclaimer at the beginning.
I did.
I
did.
haven't seen any of your disclaimers.
It was in the beginning of that one. That particular video, I actually put a disclaimer saying, I think I did. Maybe it was other ones I did, but I knew I thought I did that. You'll have to look
I
that
think
up.
you may have done an audio verbal warning to your listeners, you know. But as far as something in writing that would portray on the screen, you know, your intentions, and then maybe you'd have a better chance. But as far as your Hangouts, I don't really remember any graphic display or verbal warning like that, you know, is strictly for nonprofit or whatever.
It wasn't printed on the video, but it may have been printed in the description. That may be the difference between the description and the video, because a lot of them will just put it down in the description saying, I have no rights to this material, I'm just using it, and I give credit to the person. I had one guy came up to me and said that I used his material, and I had to go back to him and say, I'm sorry, I actually used your material, and I'm sorry that you found out about it, basically, and I am very sorry. I will go back and I will re-edit it, the video, to include you and your name and everything into it. He was satisfied with that. He was in Ohio also, and that's what got me. He was in Ohio. It's like, oh shit, he's in the same state I'm in. And he was a director and stuff, and I had to go to him and say, I'm sorry I used your material. I had to actually come back to him and say, oh, I'm really sorry. I used it without your permission. I didn't think you would care because I'm promoting it, but you know, I'm promoting your material, and I only used part of it or the entire video. I think I used the entire video that he came up with, but I said I'm promoting your video for future whatever, and I don't know. You run into this stuff all the time. I mean, you're right. You run into this stuff all the time, and you're trying to get the information out. And this guy had some good information to go out there, and I tried to promote it, and then he comes back and says, well, use my material. And I went, okay, I'm sorry. I really am. I will remove it from my vid. I did. I removed the video and everything off the air. It was off my YouTube, and I succumbed to him because he was that sensitive about the material. And it was like, okay, I was just trying to help you, and well, okay, that happens. It really does.
Yeah.
And you run into that type of stuff. It's really weird.
Well, if you listen to Alex Jones lately, you hear he went into a rant about how everything's copyrighted, and PayPal goes, your transactions are copyrighted, and so if if you posted a fancy glossy ad and stuff, and they wanted to use it, it's theirs, and then he went on his rant. And he said because of the strict enforcement and over enforcement or whatever, and exaggerated enforcement of these copyright laws, it has become a tool for the state to control everybody through the enforcement of these restrictive copyright laws. And you know what, I never really thought about it until then, and he's right. Everything is going to be copyrighted. Even this Hangout is going to be copyrighted by Google, and we can't, we won't be able to put it on a disc. We'll have to cut them on a piece of the action. We'll sell the 12-volume set.
Oh, exactly. That's exactly what they're trying to do. It's weird. It's really weird how they're everyone wants a copyright. I mean, money's short, I guess, and everyone wants a piece of the action, It's coming down to that.
That's right.
I'm a free publisher. I freely publish anything I put out there on YouTube and everything. It's free. Take it, do what you want with it. I mean, but there's people out there who are greedy now, and it's really hurts.
I bet if you went onto the internet and did a thorough search and studied all this copyright stuff, I bet you'd be much better able to protect yourself in this tense environment of censorship and so on. And that way you can say, I know exactly what I'm doing, and you can say to your accusers, you were wrong, and you can quote the law and according to the interpretations, and then you will be protecting yourself, and you'll save yourself a lot of emailing and a lot of grief if you just study those laws.
That's true. That's so true. I mean, I've went through the copyright law and print that on there too. This is freedom of information, whatever, the copyright, freedom to say things of certain videos, and yeah, I could probably do more than that, more than the signing the freedom of information. It's actually freedom of information.
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be. If I give excerpts of little pieces and bits and not show the whole thing, you should be allowed to do that.
Say, I want to change the subject to that pyramid. Remember that pyramid deal I posted and sent you?
Yeah.
What did you think? Is that true? Have you heard about that before, where the thing was so powerful and all these little strange little things started happening, popping up? It was just like mind-blowing. And I remember you going on and on about how you were involved in the study of this pyramid power. And I'm thinking, holy mackerel, I got to send this thing. It was a gold-coated pyramid. And I said, I got to send this to Spellbinder in case he hasn't seen it yet. Had you seen it, or was this a new one to you?
No, about the pyramids, and
this was a golden spray-painted gold with gold gilt. It said something new, and I was thinking, I don't think you'd ever heard of this one. Now, be honest. Have you heard it? Had you heard of that one I posted you about a week ago?
Yeah, you did, and I looked. I think I looked it over about a gold pyramid that was in what country? It was
in the USA.
And they found a gold pyramid.
A guy built it.
Oh yeah. That's right. He built his house.
And the spring, all of a sudden, the spring came up right in the middle of the pyramid underneath. For no apparent reason, the spring started bubbling out with pure water.
Yeah, that was in Arkansas or something?
Yeah, it might have been.
I'm trying to remember what state it was in.
It kind of proves your theory, though. I was thoroughly convinced you might be onto something. If that's real.
Yeah, I know. I did pyramid experiments in my youth, and when I was 17 and stuff, and came over all these pictures and stuff. And I don't know if it's on my site where I actually shown where I had these little pyramids set up on a desktop, and it was during the Montauk project of 1982, and was taking pictures of these glowing objects and everything going around the pyramid. And I think I posted that. I posted that because it was something to be recognized. And I put it on my computer and then, made a video about it. And there's just everything. Every 20 years, there's something that happens since 1948. So it's 48, 78. It was 1978. And then 88, I wasn't here. 98, I think I started talking about Planet X. And I don't know, I got all types of documentation that I put out there in my website on YouTube.
You know what? You could do a screen share of that original pyramid interview and explanation. You could actually do a screen share on this Hangout of one of your old archived displays, videos. Bet you could. Bet you could, Spellbinder, and there'd be no copyright violation. None.
None. Because my work. It's my work and
That's right.
nobody else's. Yeah. That's true.
It's a great Hangout. Great, because I tried to get in some of your other Hangouts, but it seemed like every time I went to get on, man, they were just locked. I could find no link. I could find nobody on there. It goes, it's going to start soon. And I'm thinking, I've seen that before.
Well, you wouldn't realize how many hoops and loops I went through to get on tonight. It's amazing. It's amazing how much I got on there. I had to, other times they'll say, try again later. You can't get on right now. And I'm on here now. And I changed my name from what I wanted to be, news or whatever, and it wouldn't let me on. And all I put down is, I'm here, and look, I'm here. Really, it took hoops and loops to get on here.
Yeah, well, I guess I can believe you, although myself, I've never really had any trouble getting on lately. In fact, my last Hangout was my best one after about 5 attempts. I finally got it, and timing is essential, because when your Hangout gets ready to go, you've got to be signed in, logged in, have the page open, and everything else. Because if you miss the start time, boom, you might get locked out of your own Hangout, and it just doesn't work right.
It doesn't. It's still I guess an experiment of Google Plus to make this happen.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, wow, I got on. I'm actually live. I can invite people on and stuff. I got everything. And it actually has at the bottom, stop broadcast. And I was like, wow. I'm impressed I actually got on here.
Yeah.
And I'm still, trying to get on. I mean, it's just like a weekend and everything. I figured, I probably won't be able to get on here. But here I am. Here I am. Here, I'm going to I'm going to, I can't get my Firewolf on here. I went through all my stuff and I can't get Firewolf on here. I can get myself on here if I want to under effects. And it's weird.
That's peculiar because what would happen that would enable you to lose such a document? And have you refurbished and reorganized your systems? What's the deal? I mean, how could you lose something? You had it every day.
Oh yeah, well, I did do something that was spooky.
Really?
Well, I had to get rid of the adware and the malware off my computer. I kept having these people coming on my system telling me, "You got adware, you got this, come and let us fix it." Well, I went to one of these sites, and they want $200 to fix my site, and I said, "No, I'll just put factory back in, and everything will be cured." And they called me up a couple of times, and they asked me about this, and I said, "Well, I went back to my basic, when I bought the computer, basically, I put it all back on, and it was all gone. All my adware, everything was gone. That was the way I got rid of it. But I lost a lot of stuff, and I had to reload a lot of software. I'm upset about Nero. Nero really upset me. I had 2014 Nero. I reinstalled it on there, and I put in the code to activate it, and guess what they said? Well, though you have Nero 14, this is a legal code. You gotta go to 2015. And I went, oh, so this is how Nero's working now. Nero wants me to buy a $126 program to update it for another year. Okay, that's not right. It's just not right. That's not right. So I don't got Nero anymore. I do got other programs.
Well, you got that Chinese GoThink Media. It's the Chinese software. You can transfer all your discs, your media of any kind, and everything. It's got all the codecs and the transfer keys and all the bells and whistles. And if you make discs, see, I never really mastered how to make a disc.
I've done all that, but it was like I put the original disc in. I loaded up my 2014 Nero, and then they said, "Oh, you got it. Even though this code you've given us is good, you got to have the new code. Here's $126 more to get that code updated." And I went, and that's Germany. Now, Nero is a German program. It's an excellent program for doing burning and stuff. I mean, it's the ultimate burning program. But they wanted me to give them more money, and they sold out to the money junkies. And I went, no, I'm not doing it. And I just closed it up and said, okay, I lost that. I lost Nero. I tried to install Nero, an earlier version of it, Nero 10, and it wouldn't accept that either. So, no.
So you wasted a lot of time, and it still didn't work.
It still didn't work. And I like Nero. Nero's really good. If you like something that's a good burner program, you're able to, sit there and make a Pinnacle is still working, I got Pinnacle. Now, Pinnacle is real good. Now, Pinnacle, I can still put my green screen up behind me, and I can actually, make a video of me on the green screen and put pictures behind me. Now, that's kind of neat. I can shrink myself down to a corner, and I can have all this stuff going on behind me. They will allow that still. Now, Pinnacle is doing real good, but Nero, oh my God, Nero didn't work that way. Oh no, they're on another level now. They're on the making money, and not Pinnacle. I mean, I got Pinnacle 12. Now that's great. I got the green screen piece of cloth I can stick behind me, and I can actually have that behind me, and there we am. Now I still do this with mini cams. I can still put the cat on, going meow, meow. I can still do that.
I don't see anything.
You don't see me with the cat and the flag?
Nope. Nope.
No. Wow. That's screwed up.
This is the reinstall program too, right?
Yeah, it was reinstalled off
boy,
the internet.
oh boy, oh boy. You got mini cams on now?
Yeah, I got mini cams on now.
Oh man, there's a glitch.
That's pretty well good. Yeah.
You got your camera on.
Let me go up to my no, it says I got HD minicam.
Well, there I am. You can see my chin. Mike coming through.
Yeah, you're coming through. Huh.
Now, something on the install on that now is messed up. Oh boy, you poor man. You're going to be going through change after change, download, delete, remove program.
Wow. Wow.
Spellbinder is presenting.
Wow. That's
You're
interesting.
presenting something. Maybe I got to do something over here to make it present.
Presenting.
There are no icons. There are no. I have no text icon, no chat box, no nothing. I
Huh.
hover. Wait a minute. Let me try one more thing. Nope. I will expand it to full screen. Nothing.
Wow.
You got a dead hangout here. You're live, but you're not able to do anything. The functionality is crazy. And you've
You're
got
still
two other.
getting
I'm sorry, but you've got two other hangouts going. And this has got to have something to do with it.
200 hangouts.
You have
Right,
two
right.
other hangouts live right now, my friend.
Wow. I'm on everywhere.
You're not understanding.
Well, I got my start page.
Just to prove it to you, I'm going to go back to my Google. I'm going to have to open up the Google again. And then I'm going to have to go to join. I'm going to join both of your other hangouts, all right? I'm going to join them, and then you'll see what happens.
Wow.
In fact, I'm going to join it. I'm going to join it. Let's see. Now, who am I on this one? Am I TJ Washington in this one?
I don't know. I have no opening to those hangouts. That's weird.
Let's
Because
see.
I don't have any.
Maybe I better go to. All right. Well, let's just see what happens. I'm not sure. Let's open up the Hangout again. And let's see. Now that sure looks like me. Boy, I don't know. Wait a minute. Profile. All right. Profile. Let's see who I am. And it's coming up as, let's see. There's my icon. Nothing is happening. Nothing. Not a thing. I don't know who I am. Well, doesn't matter. Let's see. I am here. Join Hangout. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go to all Hangouts.
Oh my.
It'll be real easy. How come it's not open? Oh, because it's loading. All right, I'm going to go to all Hangouts. And there was 3 of them. I bet there's 2 of them left. Let's see.
Huh. That's interesting. I'm here.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. Which one do I want to be on? I probably went to the first one. So I'm going to go to Hangout number 2, join. Okay, it's opening, and we are going to join another Hangout. And I bet something happens. It's going to say you're already in a Hangout tape. Okay, the green button's wiggling, the green button, Google icon. There the icons popped up. Wait for my authorization. There it is. Checkbox. Okay. Click and join. I'm already in a video call. Take me there. Taking you there. Let me close this window. Boom, I'm back.
I can't even post this anywhere. That's what's scary. I can't even post
I'm
it
here.
on my...
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. I'm going to copy and paste on my other I Am Here channel. Say something. I'm going to have to say hello or something. It's not going to let me just come in on here. I lost my keyboard. That was a fucked up thing that happened to me. Is I lost my keyboard. So I'm using the onboard keyboard of Windows to get in here.
That's not fun.
Oh, that's not fun at all.
I'm going to join I'm going to join Hangout number 3.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's one of the Hangouts you have going right now. And I'm going to be joining. And wait a minute now. They gonna work.
Okay,
I'm already in a video call. Take me there.
Share.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I'm just...
I could enter as another identity. I'm going to have to try to... My identity right now is you. Let's see, what would that be? How do you get that profile to open? You know, there's a little tiny arrow.
Okay, on my Google page, and I've entered myself. Damn, what's going on? What's that banging going on?
What are you doing? I got a live hangout going. I've got a live hangout going.
Wow.
Oh, I've got no functionality here at all.
Wow.
None. Let's see if it brought up my profile. No. What am I looking for now? I'm looking for who I am. Okay, that means I have to go back to Google and try my other synonym. And then I'm gonna be running one of your hangouts from my other location. I will become the moderator, the host, the speaker. Honey, you want to be on live World Wide Web? Possible 1 billion. The latest figure I heard is 1 billion people are soon to be on the internet. 1 billion.
Vino Show is on. Hi, Vino Show. Welcome. We got Vino Show on here.
Okay.
Vino Show found me.
Let's
I'm
see
glad
if I
somebody
go.
found me. I'm like, oh, you kidding? I don't have my mic or camera hooked up. Oh, well.
That's going to be a problem.
Oh, it's not printing on there.
Well, I'll try to join one more time.
He has
Here
a
we go
question
again.
for you, TJ. If you get your group chat on, Vino Show wants to talk to you.
I'm sorry?
Vino Show wants to have a question with you.
I hear nothing.
What, Vino? No, he's on the, do you think the government is watching us right now? Is what his question is. He doesn't have a mic or a camera, and he's asking me on the side of the group chat.
He must not know that you're an agent for the government. Why you work for the state, you fool? Where you been? He's a data gatherer.
He thinks that you're working for the CIA. Are you a CIA agent?
One hot summer afternoon, I wrote something nasty about the CIA on the window of a business I worked at. There was nobody around to see it or anything. I quickly erased it in a 5 or 10 minute period. But there was some big CIA scandal back about 1968. Yeah.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Vino. How you doing? I'm sorry you don't have a mic or a camera. I mean, really. I mean, it'd be great. Ganja. I asked TJ if he likes to smoke ganja. Oh, okay. I can relay these messages to you. Do you like to smoke ganja there, TJ? I have a C920 Logic and mic are not just hooked up. Well, just plug it in. Plug it in, Vino Show. Plug it in. Go to your mic, little microphone thing down in the bottom of your right corner of your screen. If you have it set up that way, maybe on the upper right screen. Right click it, and I think you right click it. Let me make sure. Okay, you want to click it, Just click the mic. Well, it's not doing it either. Give me a moment here to figure this out. That's weird. You click it. Normally, it will open it up, and you're able to do headphones and microphone on the. I tried to run my laptop cam, but it isn't working. Okay, you have a C. I mean, that's what I got as a camera on my computer right now. Is a C920 Logitech and mic. They're just not hooked up. Well, plug it in. Mine's plugged in. That's what I'm using for a microphone. For my earphones, I have a pair of earbuds. I just plugged into my computer. I'm in my bedroom with my wife. I would have to go into the other room. I may be in a few. Okay, that'll work. Whatever it takes. I thought, ask TJ if he ever killed a man. TJ,
Oh.
have you ever killed a man? I'm getting these questions from Vinyl Show.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do a few things right now, so I'm gonna have to bow out. But I'm gonna be here listening and watching everything you guys are doing. All right, I will return. Okay. So
Don't
I've got
leave.
some. I've got.
Says
I've got a
Vinyl.
little emergency right now. I've got to take care of. So.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you have a time limit on this?
No, it's 0 time. 8 hours.
Are you kidding? You can go a full 8?
Yes, I have full access.
Oh my goodness. All right, I've got a little emergency that came up I've got to take care of. It's only going to take about 10, 15 minutes. So if you can wait 10 or 15 minutes without shutting down, I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, TJ has diarrhea right now, so he has to take care of it now. No, no, he's very cool. I mean, with his pants, I gotta take care of it. He didn't have what is it, the diapers for men? No. Oh my golly. No. There's nothing. His wife came in there and started talking to him. He had to go and do something, and that's what's happening. It's not. I'm amazed you can't hook up your laptop to make it work on here. I really am. You're on here. You're on my channel. All you have to do is adjust your. Okay, you just gotta do an adjustment on your microphone, which is part of your little speaker down at the bottom of your screen. You got a little speaker. It shows a speaker. Supposedly, right, you can hit recording devices. That's what you want, or playback devices. Now, playback devices is what you hear. Don't worry about that. Recording devices is your microphone. You have to. I have a C156 or 115. I have a C15 device as my microphone. It's my camera. And that's what I'm using right now, is the microphone off my camera. And you said you had a C915. We should be able to go on there and click on it and say, set this as default or turn this on or whatever. And it should work automatically. You should be able to do that. That's how simple it is. I mean, they don't make computers that complicated. You know, I've had trouble with adware and malware, which I couldn't figure out because I can't get into, you know, certain parts of my computer that I should be able to get into. But this type of stuff is real easy to manipulate and make it work. I mean, it's working in your computer. A lot of people know how to get into their oh, what is it? It's the otherware, where you allow certain things to put things on your computer, and it's locked in this little department. And I'm trying to think of it. No, I didn't get it from watching porn. No, I downloaded certain programs that had adware and malware attached to it. And these were audio or something components that I didn't download this time because I realized they had attachments to them. When I went to get my video from, my video from, let me give you an example. Real Player, that was something that was different. And the Real Player is the one that really knocked me out. Ah, I hear a noise. I hear volume. Are you there?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, no, a whole lot. We're just sitting here talking, you know.
So is
Whatever.
TJ coming back?
Yeah, he'll be back in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I can only stay on here for a few minutes. I was actually getting ready to do a bunch of stuff around the house and was just gonna listen, but I thought I'd pop in real quick. So I had to hook up the webcam to get the mic to work. So.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm using the mic and my earphone buds and the, you know, and the earphone connection on my desktop, and that's what I'm using right now. I used to have a headset and everything. You plug it in, everything worked. But it went bad on me, and well, you know what it is about, you know, having something you buy and it only has a certain lifespan, and then it dies, and you have to go buy it again.
I was going to ask you, did you hear about Vaughn? You know, he hasn't been on the internet for a while. I guess he can't pay for the word on the street, I guess, is that his mom's not paying for the internet anymore, and so they shut the internet off, and so that's why he hasn't been online for like the last month or whatever. So just in case, you know, because I know a lot of people, I've been wondering where he was at as well. So
Yeah, I've wondered where he's at.
he never goes a month without, you know,
Oh.
making some sort of video. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I haven't heard from him for a month. Last time I talked to him was a month or so ago, and we had a conversation. We're back on talking terms, and he doesn't seem like he wasn't the one that did it. I think the guy that did me and booted me off my site, because not my site, but his site, was the what they call the crypt keeper from England, and I have no idea why he would do that. I really don't. No, the crypt keeper was one of his British connections, and I tried to get this one guy on here, which was Paul. Now, Paul is not a bad person. Paul is a good guy. He's a entrepreneur. He has his own boat, has his own house, his wife, and everything else. And I just wanted him to be able to be allowed to come on and talk. And I pressed the issue, and suddenly I was booted off. I made a video, and I regret that video because I kind of blamed it on Paul, not Paul, but on Vaughn, and he wasn't the source of that boot. It was someone else that booted me off. I don't know if it was the girl that was on there. I have no idea. Come back. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, that sucks, man. Well, at least you guys, made peace with each other, I guess,
Oh, yeah.
Vaughn's all right. Vaughn's not a horrible person. He just, he's easy for an easy target, I guess, because he just does some outlandishly ridiculous stuff and makes it, available for everybody to see. And so, of course, yeah, people have strong opinions about a lot of the stuff that he does. But, and I think he expects, he knows by now, as long as he's been on, what the reaction is going to be. And so if he didn't want that type of reaction, then I would assume that he would, change things up. So I think it's just one of those poisons that he enjoys, more than he'll lead on to. The chaos, I guess. I mean, that's, the internet's his life. That's his thing.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was a lot of, you couldn't have written a better story or of,
The Punisher.
Then yeah, the whole Punisher and him finding a woman online and her coming to live with him and her having his children, and then the whole CPS thing, and then her
running away.
Yeah, her leaving, coming back insane.
Soap opera.
Yeah, coming back, a mad case, and then having to be admitted into the hospital. And I mean,
yeah, it's like a soap opera and everything. And I went, wow, I'm witnessing a soap opera.
Yeah, I can't see that it's going to move to the next level. I mean, I can't see how that can, as far as I'm concerned, that whole thing's got to be over with unless she comes back or, she hunts Vaughn down or, there's some sort of horrible thing that happens, because, I mean, I don't see him getting another woman out there. And I don't know. I don't think he'd be that lucky twice.
Haven't you heard? She came back home.
Yeah, she came back, but she was crazy, remember? She came back and she was doing the Jesus thing, and everything was about Jesus, and she couldn't wear, cotton clothes because, I mean, I don't know where she was coming up with all this crazy shit. But then, yeah, after she came back, then he said eventually she wasn't feeling good, or she was having anxiety problems, and they went to the hospital, and she supposedly, from what he said, she told in front of him and the hospital staff that she had thoughts of killing Vaughn and killing or harming him and harming the children, and so they came and got her and admitted her, and that's when he said she was mad as a hatter. So
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. He said that his wife went mad. She's as mad as a hatter, is his exact words.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, she went. So that's why she's gone now. and supposedly he filed a restraining order or an order of protection against her now, and so I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So.
Well, that's a trip. That's update. That's update I didn't know about. Wow. Wow. Ron is having an experience of a soap opera.
Yeah, that was a little update, I guess.
It is to me because I didn't know. I mean, I haven't kept up with Vaughn for a little while. I mean, he put out some videos, but it's videos about his children and how he's taking care of them, and you know, and they're out there in the yard, and that's the only thing I've ever seen. I didn't know he actually put any videos out there about his wife and everything and what's going on.
Well, yeah, when she came back, she was on a couple of the Hangouts. It was like a big, kind of a big event, so he had her come. She was, she talked a little bit on those videos, the Hangouts that he had. So, and then, like I said, shortly afterwards, she went insane again because his whole deal was he was going to deprogram her. I don't know. It was just, like I said, you couldn't write a story better. I mean, if the thing about it, Vaughn, if you could have took that story and made it and packaged it a little better and put it on TV, I mean, it definitely would have ran head to head with something like Honey Boo Boo. I mean, it would have, it really would have been entertaining, and he probably could have cashed it, made a ton of money, and blew it all or something, but yeah, it's that entertaining. Obviously, only a small amount of people are able to come across it. But it's entertaining. It's it's interesting. It's like what's going to happen next. Especially during the whole thing when she left and all that stuff. It was just a mess, man. And I felt really sorry for Vaughn. But like I said, he continued to put it out there on the internet, and so you kind of just went along for the ride.
Wow. It's kind of like a reality TV they did on the internet. Reality TV on the internet. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's what, like Vaughn says, there's tons of people that do exactly what he does. The only thing, the huge difference is that, most people aren't having the same stuff going on. They're not making videos on YouTube about, recruiting women for his wife and, to come live with him. And so, yeah, there's a lot of differences. That's why he gets, the attention that he does. But I don't know. I think a lot of people a lot of the people that used to give him a lot of shit kind of quit fucking with him. I think like Dr. Descent and Kenny was it KPC?
Oh, yeah.
And,
yeah, I called him.
Yeah, a lot of those kind of quit fucking with him for the most part. I know a lot of those videos I went to look, and a lot of the Vaughn Live ones that were recorded that were up over the the last 8 months. A lot of those are gone. You can't find them anymore. So.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I kept up with KZP and the others. They're not out there. I mean, even secular, they're not really after him. They challenge him on his logic, and that was the whole thing that I jumped onto, but didn't go after Vaughn for it. I just let Vaughn, do.
Well,
Vaughn.
he's made wild accusations against him, and so they've kind of taken that ball and ran with it. I mean, when you start accusing people of coming into hospital rooms and doing things to your wife's cervix, and it gets a little extreme, and so they kind of
Yeah. I mean, secular opinion. I'm friends with secular opinion right now. We're buddies because we're on the same line of logic. You know, I mean, it's like Vaughn came out there and all he does is read the headlines and goes off on it and say, I know everything about the story, and he doesn't know anything. He didn't read the story. I mean, that was his biggest defeat was right there. And secular opinion and me are online, and we're friends, me and the Canadian.
Well, and I don't think, I know you probably want a lot of people in your hangout, and but I think a lot of the times when it's just you, or if it's you and somebody else, like TJ, or if I think when Secular comes in, and what's that, Polly that comes in, I think those hangouts that you do are a lot better because I listen to them. But when you get too many people in there, it just seems to get kind of jumbled and too much, too many people trying to talk at once, and
Oh yeah,
just to be a nightmare. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
even know.
getting nothing but you and me right now. So
Yeah,
have
I don't
three
really pay
watchers,
attention.
but
I
there's
haven't paid
another
attention
person.
to what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on with, like, I assume that Brett Keene's probably still around, and all of the same bullshit's probably still going on, but yeah, I just haven't paid much attention really.
Yeah.
So what happened to TJ?
He went off to do something. His wife came in and said something to him, and the next thing I
Did
know
he
is
say that? Did he say he had diarrhea or something?
I don't know what it was. I just heard she came in and he has to go do something, and
He
he'll
was
be
like,
back
"Oh,
here
oh,
in a
there's an
few.
emergency." And the way he looked, it looked kind of like it could have possibly been some diarrhea.
It might be. He needs some depends.
Well, you heard it first from Spellbinder, the basement wizard.
The basement window. You know why I stay down the basement is because I need to move to Norway or somewhere where it's cold.
You're a cave dweller. You like it. You like it down in the.
I like it
You like it a
cold.
little moist, a little damp, and dreary.
No, it's not damp down here. It's only 34% humidity and 67 degrees. It's a comfortable for me. I am like a cool person. I'm a Norwegian, so I need to be in the cool
Well,
to
wizards usually
survive
live in
with a
caves.
t-shirt on.
Well, wizards usually live in caves, don't they? They live in.
Well, yeah, I just read that today in the Book of the Wizards.
See, there you go. It's just you're drawn into the earth. It's
And
elemental.
I like the cool. It's something about the coolness that makes me comfortable. I don't sweat. That's what I like. And if I do get too cool, I have a hoodie to put on, and I'll kind of warm up, and I'll take it off when I get too hot.
Well, you're like one of those. Remember that movie Chud? The cannibal.
He went underground.
The cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
No,
you can be like the modern day Chud, man.
No, I'm not.
No, it's all right. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
It's nothing wrong with eating
Chud, dude.
What?
Remember that? Remember the Toxic Avenger? Remember that movie?
Oh. That was so funny. That was so funny. He was. No, I'm just a
So
person that needs
we've
to be in a cooler place like
okay,
Switzerland
but not a
and
chud, not
Norway.
a chud whatsoever.
No,
Not even like 10% chud, maybe.
no,
Okay, I
I'm
just
just
checking.
I'm just a cold-blooded person. I'm a
Well,
vampire.
I was hoping that TJ, I was hoping that TJ was going to stay on because I wanted to chat with him. But whenever we mentioned the thing about being a CIA operative, I noticed that right away he got real nervous, and then he had diarrhea all of a sudden. So
And he shuts off.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's like, oh.
I had these second thoughts about him, but
Well, TJ, if you're
I
watching this, we want you to come back. We want you to be able to defend yourself. These accusations of working for the CIA, we can't confirm nor deny this, but it would be interesting if you're watching to come back to get your side of the story. Tell us about your recruitment days and any of your unclassified activities that you wish to share with us.
I could tell you something, but I can't really tell you, and it's not related to the CIA. It's
Gotcha.
related to Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, and it's about UFOs and everything else. But I can't really say anything right now about the talls
We'll do it in song.
or about the
Just
grays.
do it
I
in
can tell you.
song. Just you sing it, and maybe,
And see,
maybe it'll fly under the radar, and they won't pick it up. They'll just think that you're singing a song.
no, you don't understand. I've already did videos on Google Plus about this, and I actually it spoke it out. There are talls, the tall whites. There are all these beings out there in Area 51, north of Nellis. They come and visit. They actually, some of these beings look just like you and me, and they can walk along the streets of Las Vegas,
They say,
and
yeah. Oh, go
and they
ahead.
have elongated earlobes. Their earlobes hang down to their bottom of their almost to the bottom of their jaws. And if you see one of them, you'll know it if
I
you know
wonder
that.
why their earlobes are so elongated.
It's their species. It's how they were.
Like kind of like Roger from the Family Guy.
He has those.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to picture. And for some reason, it seems like
Okay.
Roger from Family Guy. And
What about the guy from the church down here in Athens in Ohio?
what church?
Anglius. Ernest Angley. Ernest Angley has these big ears, right? His earlobes hang down to the bottom. And he says, "Why I have these big ears? Is because I can hear God through my ears." And
So he's a
earlobes.
gray then.
No, he's not gray. There's the grays are one species. There's several thousand species visiting this planet right now, and just don't realize how many there are. Angus Ingley is one of these beings. His earlobes hang down below his cheek. If you look at his ears, they're huge. And he says, "These ears of mine are big because I listen to God." And he'll tell you this stuff. I mean, on his show and everything. His show. It's a show. It's not a religion, whatever. It's a show. He's making money for well, the super class that's out there building all these underground bases and stuff that they're going to jump into when a comet hits in such a short time when Planet X comes around. Now, you have to realize Planet X is not just a planet, it's a solar system. coming through us. We're a binary system. It's well known that 98% of the stars have binary systems around them. They have stars that orbit around them, another star, the main star. It's a dark star. It's a brown dwarf. It's so dark and condensed that it's coming around and it's on its way into the solar system. Just ask the astronomers about weird movements of Neptune and, Pluto and stuff are moving around. This thing's coming in, but it's coming in from the south. It comes up from the south of our ecliptic and goes around and goes back out for 3,600 years. Now, this is Zecharia Sitchin's theory, but yet it's true. Zecharia Sitchin was right in his books, The 12th Planet, and other. This is Sumerian text. They talked about these beings that came back, and they're now coming back. We're seeing UFOs everywhere. I mean, they're just, in the news, and whatever you look at, they're all over the place. They're everywhere, and they're in the sky. I mean, you go out in the daytime with a video camera and just start spanning the sky with it for about 30, 35 minutes. You're going to catch one. It's that simple. I mean, it's not like they're invisible or anything. These ships are coming back in, and they're coming back to take over the planet because, well, when they were here the last time, they're here for almost over 300 years, and they want gold. They want your gold. Why? Because it protects their planet from their star from killing them when they go back out for 3,600 more years, and they come back around and want gold, and that's the truth. It's weird. It's unusual. But yet I believe it. I believe it because I've seen the UFOs myself. I've seen the government's UFOs. I've seen Bob Lazar's UFO flying along Nevadas in Las Vegas along the mountain range. I actually caught a picture of his sports flying saucer, the Sportster. It's a flying saucer. It's about, 30 feet, maybe 20 feet in diameter, flying along the horizon. And I watched it in my telescope. And I've caught it in my telescope, and I wished I had a camera. I was kicking myself for not having a camera hooked up on there so I could zoom in on it and catch it at the same time I was following it along the bottom of Mount Charleston until it got to the end of Mount Charleston, shot up in the air, went into a cloud, and it was gone. It was it. That was it. It was 30 seconds. I got to see this thing fly across. It looked like a pie pan going back and forth. Wave your hand, left, right, left, right. And it went up to the end of the range. Treetop range is what it was. I could see shadows under it in my telescope. I have a Schmidt Cassegrain 8-inch, and I was able to actually, under magnification, what I was out there doing when I caught this was looking to see if I could see anyone still skiing down the slopes of Mount Charleston, because I was in North Las Vegas, really North Vegas, and I was had my telescope out, and I was looking at this ski drop, and I was trying to see if I could see people skiing down the slope. Well, this thing came into my view, and I followed it with the telescope. I mean, I loosened everything so I could actually follow it on the tripod. I captured it to the end of the mountain range, shot up in the air, just like a snap. It was gone. It went on. And I figured it went back to Area 51 because it went north. That's where Area 51 was, an S4. Now, S4 is where the UFO actual base is. It's 1 mile to the west, southwest of Norris Area 51. If you go on Google and you bring up on Google the map of Area 51, turn it and go southwest to the mountain range, just that far away, a mile or two, you'll find these mountains. Well, in these mountains, there are 45-degree openings that will open up, and these saucers come out at 3 a.m. and stuff like that. This one was apparently doing something that was flying below the radar screen at the base of Mount Charleston, treetop height. And it was flying along and waving back and forth because the gravity fields that it was running into. And it made it up to the edge of it, and it shot straight up. Poof, it was gone to the north. And the only place north is S4 and Area 51. That's where everything occurred. S4 is actually where the bases are, the 45-degree angle mountains that drop down, open up with, with what, brushes and everything else on it, growth. It opens up. They come out of these hangars and they fly up in the air. They go out to Area 51 on the runway and do their experimentations on these crafts. Well, and when they come back in those hangars at 45-degree angles. The mountain moves back down, raises up, closes the door. Trip over. I mean, but this one I actually caught the Bob Lazar sports model. I actually caught it on, well, I didn't catch it on film. I caught it on eye, and I was following it. And this damn thing moved right along, did what it did. It's amazing. You would be amazed if you were there in Nevada. I actually saw the, what they call the 55-gallon barrel surveillance hover. Now, this was a 55, it looked like a 55-gallon barrel floating in the air, had this little thing on the top that was looking around in the neighborhood. 5 miles south of where I was when I was in North Las Vegas. I mean, absolutely North Las Vegas. I was out almost the desert. I was closer to a TV station that was posted out there. I mean, you'll find that out if you do your research. And I was looking at it, and I looked at it through the telescope, and it was just sitting there, hovering, turning slowly around with this camera and stuff, looking at the neighborhood. They call it the black cylinder, and it was absolutely amazing that I caught this too while I was out there. I've actually witnessed many UFO experiences when I was out there. I was out one time 150 miles away from Vegas, up north, looking towards Area 51. over these mountain ranges. And there were these flashes going on over the mountain range. Perfectly clear night. That's why I was out there. I was doing astrophotography. Just flashing over those things. No percussion, no sound of anything. But there were flashes going on over these mountains. About 30 minutes later, this Highway State Patrol comes out, starts looking around, not coming up where I'm at, because I was at the edge of where it said no photography beyond this point. So I stopped there with my car and set up my telescope just before the no photography beyond this point. Okay. Deadly force issued. And I set up my telescope. I'm looking back towards the west, and over the mountain range towards Area 51, there was these flashes, right? Okay. Now, next thing I realize with these flashes happening is it looked like a Highway State Patrol car. I mean, it didn't have lights on or anything. It just pulled over, had a searchlight, and was looking around lower, and then kind of came up towards me, which my telescope is black. I'm in black, as far as t-shirt and everything. My car is not really luminous. And he kind of looked around, got back in his car. He was in his car, I guess. Maybe that was what it was. And he drove away. Well, after that, I spent another hour there because I was doing astrophotography, which takes time photography. Hold the shutter open for at least 30 minutes and get a good picture of, constellations and, clusters and whatever. And I got back in my car and loaded everything back up and went back down the hill and drove back to Las Vegas. But that was another experience I had. And it's not the only one. I mean, I've had many experiences. I even talked to some of the people that worked out there. I think they worked at S4. They said they worked out near Area 51, but I think they were talking about S4. And he told me, yes, we have vehicles. We have things that we have recovered over the years that are so fantastic and so awesome that anyone that ever got to see them would be amazed, especially if you're a physicist. I'm like, wow. I met him in a bar. It was one of those bar things. And they have had a few pints down, and they were talkative. And they looked at me as if they knew me, but didn't know me exactly, and started talking to me. And it was one of those things like the Montauk Project. It was one of those Montauk Project moments where they kind of recognized me and said, "You've been there already, don't you? You know about the tall grays." I said, "Well, I don't know. Did I?" And they went on and they played the game. And I played the game back with them to get more information because I was into ufology and everything. So I was into discovering, the extraterrestrials. And they started talking about these tall whites. They called them tall whites. What they were, they kind of looked like the grays, except they looked more human. And they had this real light, fluffy hair. And they had powers beyond belief. I mean, they could zap us and turn us into dust with a thought. That's how powerful they were. And they they went on with it, and they just kept going and going and going. And I went, really? You're the talls. I mean, you know the tall whites. And they said, yes, we know them. They come near all the time. Then later I read a story about a guy who was a weatherman, who was on the range weatherman, who talked about how he got to know some of these creatures. And he said they used to bring their children down to the weather site to hang out because it was a nice area and there was something that they could hang out with and everything. And he got to know the females. Now, the females are not like the males. The males are really aggressive, but the females are not as aggressive as the males. Now, the males of the tall whites are really aggressive, but the females, well, they're kind of communicative. They want to know more about fashion and everything. And he actually, this guy up there at the weather point at S4, we say it was at Area 51, which S4 is part of that. It depends on where you look at it. He said that he got him Glamour magazine and stuff like that, and they were able to transform themselves, apparently, and go into town and buy this stuff, buy dresses and whatever. They wanted to look like us. They really did. They wanted to fit in and fit in with us. And these are tall whites, and they're awesome beings you don't want to screw with. I mean, they're that powerful. Well, I talked to a few of these physicists that came down and had a good time in Vegas, and I got to know a couple of them, and by relationship, not friends. And they would just come out and say, yeah, we got UFOs up there. We got everything you can imagine up there. We got secret projects going on. We got everything you would imagine. You think Star Wars happened? It is. It's happening now, and we're in it. And Star Trek and the rest. And I said, really? You got all that? It's there. It really is. Yeah. He said to me, yeah. It's really there. We got it all. Well, after that, it was a few months later, I had to leave Las Vegas because of financial difficulties. I'm not able to have a job. My money ran out. I'm just uplift and left and started back east until I got back to Ohio, and that's where I've been ever since. And that was 1993 when I left. I left Las Vegas in 1993 and came back knowing what I've seen visually. I mean, I was there when the big incident happened on Mount Charleston. I was coming home from Cubic Defense in the evening, and all these UFOs are flying around Mount Charleston, just flying around them. And it looked, they put off as searchlights or whatever, pointing out at the mountain. No, these things went behind the mountain. They came back behind it. They were flying around the tip of Mount Charleston. And this I visually experienced, and it was one of the many experiences I had with UFOs. And they were flying around it. They were glowing balls flying around Mount Charleston, up at the tip, 1,300 feet and we're near 1,300, 1,200 and something feet, but it was near. And I've been up there about, the 1,100-foot area where the ski ramp is. It's very thin air up there, but you can go up there and experience it. It's probably 1,100 and 500 feet or something of that nature is what Mount Charleston is in Las Vegas. But you get up there and you start to realize you're really high up. I mean, gasoline starts turning to water if you don't have a full tank. I mean, it's about like the place out in New Mexico on this mountain. I think it was New Mexico, it was Arizona. We go up to the highest point on this mountain. You can drive all the way up to it. And they have signs saying, do not exert yourself. Do not race. Do not do anything. Do not stay overnight. Your gasoline will start turning into water because the high altitude, the gasoline starts to bubble in your tank. And yeah, it's about the same up there. I used to hike Mount Charleston all the time. It was a favorite of mine for exercise. And I used to just climb that mountain constantly, over and over again. Go up there, go up to Cathedral Rock, look down. It's a sheer cliff, and see the bottom of it. Yeah, you can experience all types of stuff going on up there. It's an amazing thing to see at Mount Charleston. If you ever have a chance to get out to Las Vegas, you got to go to Mount Charleston. Take the route up to Cathedral Rock. Don't fall off when you get there. There's a ridge of rock on this sheer cliff. You can walk it if you want to. I never walked all the way. I walked over half of it, me and a friend, because we were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's walk out there on this ridge. This thing is only 2 feet wide on this sheer cliff when you get up there at the top and you walk out to the edge of it. And it's like, whoa, you're looking at straight down on the right, straight down on the left. You don't want to walk it all the way to the end. We didn't do it. We went 3/4 away, turned around and said, no, we're not going to do it. Because we had to jump across a couple of little crevasses that went down 100 feet. And we said, nah, let's say we didn't. And we walked back after 3/4 of the way on this little portcullis. I mean, it was like, put your hands together and put your thumbs in and just put 2 fingers out and say, that's about 3 times that wide. And it got scary. It really does. It really gets scary when you get out to the edge of that. Because you can fall off either edge of it and die. I mean, something goes wrong, rock slide, something. And this is what happened. And we continued our journey through Mount Charleston. I never had any problems up Mount Charleston. I did hear about stories in Yosemite where you end up disappearing, but, that never happened in Mount Charleston as far as I know. There's no stories about Mount Charleston where you just disappeared. I mean, literally, you end up dead, no shoes, no socks, and sitting on the ground. Something's wrong there, right? Right. There's something wrong. I've read over Sergeant, what's his name's book. I didn't read his book, but I seen the videos where he talks about these disappearing people. and they all just disappear. Now, that scares me because I was down in Hocking Hills. In Hocking Hills, I heard a Yeti yell. I actually heard a Yeti yell. And it was loud. It was near. Not too near, but near enough to scare me out of that area. And I went away from where the Yeti was. Now, you have to understand, there are certain, I don't know if they're human beings, I don't know, humanish creatures from our dimension or another dimension. We don't know. But when I was down Hocking Hills in Ohio, I did hear a Yeti scream. It scared the hell out of me. I left immediately. I said, well, this is not a place for me to be. I don't want to end up with my, after today, I would say I wouldn't want to end up with my shoes gone and I'm been abused and butchered by this creature. I mean, it's the way it is in Yosemite. Yosemite has the largest population of disappearances that you would ever imagine. They disappear all the time. People disappear all the time in the Yosemite Mountains. They just disappear. And they're never found again. And when they are found, they're found with no shoes. And they're dead. And it's like, what? The Yeti's trying to wear our shoes? I mean, the Bigfoot? You must be looking for people with 12 plus size feet. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's for their kids. Their kids can wear those shoes and run around. Who knows? Nobody knows what's happening in Yosemite. What's happening at Park with all the hundreds of people that disappeared. Just disappeared. They never found them. I mean, this cop has been doing research on it for years. He's trying to get Freedom of Information Act on them. And they said, we don't keep records of people that disappear in Yosemite. Really? Park rangers? Really? You don't keep records of people disappearing in your park? Really? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Maybe there's something more to it they don't want you to know. Stuff they don't want you to know. There you go. The missing people. And that's not the only place. That's one of the magnified places, Yosemite. There's places in Oregon. There's places in Ohio. Southern Ohio has a little spot where people just disappear. There's places up in the mountains just east of Ohio. People disappear all the time. Now, what's causing this disappearance? Is it alien abduction? Is it Yeti abduction? Is it, you can go down the list. People are disappearing with no trace. I mean, these people in Yosemite were talking about their kid was just behind them and suddenly disappeared, never to be seen again. There was a case right there. This officer has been doing these researches on this. He's got books out there. It's called Missing. And it's over several parks that he's done it on. And they just disappear. People just disappear. There's no ifs, buts, or anything about it. They just, the kid wandered ahead of them, 500 feet, disappeared. No one knows what happened to him. Is it a dimensional doorways or something they're walking through? Is it something there that's causing this? I mean, there's all these stories of people missing. I remember one from, what is his name? In the 1800s, he used to write books about strange phenomena. Thor's hammer was found after a lightning strike and stuff like that. He talks about this kid in the 1800s who went out to get water, a bucket of water out of the well. And he walked out to the end of the well and got the water. Next thing he heard, they heard screaming, help me, help me, help me. And they ran out there and they could hear him up in the sky yelling, help me, in the sky. Now, there you go. There you go. There's another one. That's from, thinking the name in a moment. It was the writer who went and did all this research and wrote these books like Low and Earth, and I don't know. He wrote these great books, and I read through them all, and I'm like going, there's something strange going on Earth right now since the 1800s that we can't explain. There's nothing can explain it. Can you explain missing people? Missing people in national parks that go unrecorded. They just end up missing. That's it. That's all they give you. Yeah, they're missing. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. And when there's one police officer, he's been on Coast to Coast and talked about this in his books they wrote. He has 3 of them out there. He has 3 books. He's been doing this research over, almost 30 years, I guess. And he's got these books out there about missing people that just end up missing. Either they're missing or they're found and they don't have shoes on. That's the big thing, is not having shoes on. And he says that gives to another, and it's all over the country. It's not just in one place. Why would somebody take somebody's shoes and not mention it? Where's TJ? I'll summon TJ back. Still summoning TJ back. I'm still summoning TJ back. There we go. I just summoned anyone back. But if you ever did your research on missing people, just Google it. Missing people in Yosemite Park or something of that nature. You'll come up with the author of that book. He's been doing this for 20, 30 years at least, he's been researching why these people are missing. Why is the Park Service covering it up? No, it's from 3-year-old children to adults missing. Just go missing out in Yosemite. They're following the paths. They don't get off them or anything, but they turn up missing. Is it Yeti? Is it something out there? What is your opinion? Please come on the air and express. What do you think it is? How many minutes you got? Okay, Vinyl, you're going to listen. You're not going to put your 2 cents in? You can put your 2 cents in. Really. What do you think is happening out there in Yosemite Park and you know, Oregon and these other hot spots that they call clusters where people just go disappearing? You know, they never go disappearing in Central America, say between the Rocky Mountains on to, you know, Indiana. That whole territory, no one has gone missing. There's no reports of people being missing from those 2 areas. Between that includes, you know, Kansas and everything else. People don't go missing. In Missouri and South. Wonder why that is. Why is it that there is an open area between the Rocky Mountains west and, you know, Indiana east? There's nothing. There's no open explanation. There's got to be an explanation. Somehow there's got to be an explanation between those 2 areas. Are they hot spots for UFOs and extraterrestrials or demons, if you want to call them? It's open forum. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the open forum. My open forum is, I am here. Are you here? You should be, if you want to be informed or inform people. It's live. It's open. You can come on in and say what you want to say. Does anyone want to come in and talk about disappearances of people that just disappeared out of thin air within feet of people that were hiking in the hills in the west and in the east? It's Duros. Do we bring up the subject of Duros? Maybe Turos are saving them from their own fate. Who knows? I mean, this goes deep, deep, deep. It's very deep. You got to have an open mind to speak on here, I guess. Is it the Duros? You know what the Duros are? Well, Duros are part of the Shaver writings that were put into the UFO magazine and whatever, and he came out of Duros. Now, there are stories about the Duros, sadistic, evil beings that live under the earth. There you go. Evil, sadistic beings that live under the earth. Duros. They have machinery or technology where they can come up and haunt you on the edge of your seat, haunt you while you're sleeping, haunt you while you're awake. They can haunt you. And they just look for eddies that they can find to come up through. Maybe this is the reason for haunted houses with benevolent, or not benevolent, but evil beings that come up, and they're able to come up through these houses. And they know how to affect you because they're Duros. Duros and Taros. I mean, this is the Shaver expeditions. And I don't know. Do you actually believe in all this? Come on the air. Come on the air. Right now. Tell me if you had an experience of paranormal activity. Because I am here. Turn it on. I can't believe these people can't find my way through my site. Google Plus, Spellbinder, 00. Come on in. You can talk. I wish you'd talk. If you're here, you can talk. Anyone that shows up and I see your number on here, you can talk. You have the power. Talk. Say what you experienced in paranormal. Let it be known that I know, that you know, that we know. Hmm? Please. Scared? Are you scared? Scared to talk about your paranormal experience? Oh, of course you had paranormal experience. Everyone had it. There was nobody that never had a paranormal experience. Mm-hmm. Really? Only 2? Give me 4. Give me 5. Give me 6. Give me 7. Give me 8. Command you. Tell your experience to me. Now, wake up. Wake up. Give me your story, and I'll give you a tune. Mm-hmm. Oh, down to 1 now. One person. They're scared. Oh, I'm so scared. You're scared. No one should be scared of anything. Be a brave. Be a Trinatra. Come forward and tell your tale to me. Please say, I have a ghost story for you. Please. I asked for ghost stories. Why? There's nothing else to be afraid of. Tell it to me. Tell it to me. Tell your ghost stories to me. I am here to hear your ghost stories. Are you not ready to tell the ghost story? Tell it to me. Bring it on. Come on the air right now. Tell me a ghost story. You got to do it. Tell your ghost story. Tell your phenomenal experience. Oh, you're going to go away. You're not able to. Okay, you can go away. It's okay. You're weak and inferior. Weak inferior is the ones that don't want to talk about those stories and come on air. Come on air right now. I demand it. Tell us your story. A ghost story that you have. What's your experience with the phenomenal? Do you have one? If you don't, go away. If you do, come in. Come in and tell us what you need to be removed. I am a remover from the Ethernet. I can remove it. I can. Oh, you want to live with your goddamn ghost and how hard it is and doing whatever it is. You want to live with that, don't you? Okay, we live with it. Maybe you live with your ghost. I hope it's happy. I thought it might help. Ah, I lost everyone. No. Oh, remove that ghost. You have a ghost? I removed the ghost. Do you have a ghost? Turn on the light. Talk to me. I get rid of ghosts. I kill them. Well, not kill them. Send them away. I feel like the raccoon on. Never mind. I get rid of the ghost. You want the ghost to go away? I'm the Ghostbuster. Tell me the story. Tell it now. Tell it now, or I will. No, okay. Nothing. Well, come on here. Tell me we had experience of ghost. I need I need a ghost. Ghost be gone. Ghost be with. Ghost be gone in the honor like this. You understand that? Yeah. I've talked with ghosts so many times. I've even sent them on their way. I've actually sent the ghost away and made it go in their retrieve. Yeah. Oh my golly. What am I doing here? 12:43 a.m. Never have I talked to a ghost until I do it personally upon your host. Uh, there we go. I can turn the ghost on with a flashlight. It's not hard. It's not easy. You turn it to the point where it will alive. Go off, light. Go off. Now, need you to go off so I can ask questions. Questions is absent. Okay. You want to see such weirdness. This is called such weirdness. Here comes the weirdness. You're going to see ghost chat right now. There we go. Love and light. It's not working. It's not working. What's going on? Nothing like stupid. Mm, not playing. Not playing. Okay. I finally fixed this live. Here we go. Alright. Looking at this. Yeah. Look at the light. It's not on. It's not on. You won't turn it off, will you? Alright. Light. Turn off if you're God. Turn off if you're my life. My life. Life. Turn off to my life. Alright. We look at this light. Or turn on. Jesus is God. Turn on. Make it light. No. I'll kill you. Never, never, never. Light. Turn on. Turn on. Okay. I will turn you. Alright. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. No. Delete. Turn off. Please. Turn off. Right now. Turn off. Now. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Now. Turn off. Turn off. Say now. Off. Now. Turn off. Turn off. Listen to me. Now. Off. 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 I let you off. Off. Now. Turn off. Turn off now. Please. Off. Right now. God. I want to. Okay. Off now. Huh? Off. There is no in your Christ, is there? No in your Christ. Really? Is there? Turn the light on. Make it light. No, come on. Okay. 199 times 5 is 199. Right. Please. I don't know. Taking forever if we go live. Right? Jesus? Come light. Turn on. Right now. In Jesus' name. Right now. Take your bath. In Jesus' name. Right now. Go bed with me. I can't offer better than that. Take your shoes off. Jesus. Right head. Right now. Yeah. I just go back. I'm not Jesus. Never podcast. Do it. Okay. No. 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 Ain't happening. 3, 2, 1. So, stupid idiot. Yeah, you thought you got rid of me. Fucking bastards. Oh, you suck your dick on your own. I mean, that's what you're doing, right? Shit. Hello? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. None of you matter. Good night.